Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful Monday morning and I'm on vacation. It's the 23rd of December and as I try to tape this, the road out here is incredibly busy today. I bet it's all a lot of last minute shoppers because town is that way and at 10 o'clock in the morning all the traffic's going that way. Anyhow, I invite you to come on in the workshop and see what I'm making for one of our daughters for Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to Santa's Workshop. And here's what we're working on today. A couple of months ago, I asked one of our daughters if she had any ideas for Santa Claus and what he could make her for Christmas this year. So she sent me this picture of a kitchen stool. So from that, I made a rough sketch of some parts. And here are some of the legs and the rails that I've built so far. And now I'm going to make some more stiles and some rails and see about putting it together. It's all white ash and it's all going to be put together with Mortice and Tennons joinery. Put together what I've got made so far. I'll tell you, cutting these Mortice and Tennons, there's not a lot of forgiveness with this ash. It either fits or it doesn't. It seems like it either fits or it's too loose. Okay, here's one piece. Here's another piece. And my next piece to make, I think I'll make these two styles here. And they are part C and they need to be 8.5 inches long. These two lovely pieces of white ash at 8.5 inches long. Well, I need a set of wood stretchers. They should be 10 inches long. I forgot about the tenon on the end. So, back to the drawing board and we will cut another two at 10. Perfect. So now we're going to cut two open mortices on the top and two Tennons on the bottom. We'll use the bandsaw to cut the two tabs off. I'm going to make this cut actually in the vise with a dovetail saw. Now the moment of truth. Let's see how they actually fit. No, that's not too bad. They work perfectly. Okay, next I'm going to cut the two open top mortices here. I just love working with old tools. This old square was a gift to me from my father-in-law. And actually it was a gift to him. So the story goes, there was a couple in Napanee that he'd worked on their house for years. He'd painted and wallpapered and worked on their hardwood floor. One day she phoned him up and she said, "Sid, I've got this toolbox that belonged to my husband that I don't need. Nobody in the family wants it. Would you like it?" So Poppy went over and got this old wooden chest, handmade wooden chest, that was this gentleman's toolbox. It just happened this gentleman who worked at Gibbard's Furniture Factory in Napanee, Canada's oldest furniture factory. And in there were some treasures. And my father-in-law gave some of them to my brother-in-law, and he gave some to me. And this was one of the ones he gave to me. Every time I use this, I think of Poppy, and then I think of all the work that it did for the other gentleman in that old furniture factory. Thanks, Poppy. I just had a wonderful lunch. I had a bowl of my wife's homemade chicken noodle soup and two mincemeat tarts for dessert. Oh my goodness. Gotta love Christmas. Anyhow, I'm going to cut two of these pieces at 9.5. We'll cut some Tennons on the end and fit the two top rails. Looks like it was developing a sag in the backside there. You'd think it was approaching middle age or something. Well, I've had a lot of fun building this project. Cutting all those mortise and tenons has helped me have even a greater appreciation for the craftsmen of years gone by. I used a tenoning jig on the table saw, a mortising jig in the drill press, a bandsaw with a ripping fence and a miter gauge. And years ago when they built something like this, they would have used a knife to lay out their lines, a square, and they would have cut everything with a handsaw and a chisel. That's craftsmanship. Well, I've had a lot of fun making this, and I look forward to giving it to our daughter on Christmas. We hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for tagging along with us, and we look forward to seeing you again on Out of the House with Paul.